Hi, what's up guys, and welcome to Edinburgh City Centre. We're going to take you around the spookiest parts of Edinburgh tonight, and tell you some history, tell you some gory ghost stories, and hopefully pick up on a little activity and action before we go below the streets, underground into the vaults, and then wind up in I was going to say Père Lachaise Cemetery then, but that's the wrong city, that's Paris.
If we get under
it's
there,
a long tunnel if we end up in Paris.
If we end up in Père Lachaise Cemetery, there's something wrong somewhere.
Alright, so we're going to take a long walk down this spooky close. This is Anchor Close. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. They're having a bit of applause there for our piece. Right, so this is Anchor Close, and this is where, for those people who like to read classic books and stuff, Sir Walter Scott's parents lived in this street back in the time when these were houses and not graffiti-ridden kitchen doors like they are now. So Andy's running EMF meter, and we're going to call out on the way down for anybody who used to live in this close. Would you like to come forward and tell us your name? There also used to be a printing press down here, which Robert Burns, the poet, used to have some of his work printed. So if any people related to literature, books, would like to come forward and show themselves, speak to us on the camera, or flick the EMF meter in Andy's hand. If you get close to that, if you get close to Andy, you can pick that up. He can pick you up there. That guy shouting in the background is probably the waiter, because I think we just walked out without paying our bill. But you know, this is how it is. When you're famous YouTube stars, you just think you can get away with not paying for anything everywhere you go. Ain't that right, Andy?
Remember the big step?
Well, these are our 18th century steps. That's why there's no health and safety. Oh yeah, they stashed their antique iron brew cans in here and all.
That must have been, that was at least 20-25.
That could be Robert Burns' iron brew cans that's stashed away in there right now. He could have crumpled it up and just shoved it in there when he had a spark of poetry coming into his mind. So we're going to some spooky places tonight, guys. We're going to go up and down all these different alleyways and tell you all the different gory history stories. Ghosties is what they call them in Scotland, not ghosts or ghouls. So we'll see what we get forward. We'll see if anything wants to come along and present itself. And we've also got Andy, our main actor and comedian for the evening. Until you meet the guy that takes us underground, he might be a bigger actor and a better comedian than you.
Is it Aberdeen Angus?
It could be Aberdeen Angus himself.
I'm not got the horns.
Last time we had St. John, what was he called now? John Knox was the guy who took us around last time, weren't it? So, spooky city, guys. It's full of these like creepy steps and snickleways and tunnels and all that, and all kinds of skullduggery went on down here, including Birkenhair. You know it, Birkenhair? Body snatchers. We're going to go into the graveyard where they took the bodies from much later on.
And we're not snatching it. Not this time anyway.
Did we get anything flashing up on that yet?
We nearly did it earlier with that girl.
What are we talking about now? This is not paranormal, I don't think.
The girl who was walking behind me and went, some people walk 1 mile an hour, and I just went,
oh, you mean the bimbo?
That's probably because I'm 40 years older than you. But if you don't be careful,
yeah.
love, see this coffin on my back, you'll be the next one in it.
Big shout out to the bimbo that shoved Andy out of the way before, and he left him really like, in a bad mood about it all. That's the scariest thing we've seen yet, the seagulls. They're twice the size of us.
I don't mind the dead bodies.
They have a good feed here.
I don't mind the dead bodies like that.
No, give us ghosts any day, but not seagulls. So I'm just going to show you this passage again, guys, from the bottom end. So a lot of these passages where Birkenhair used to come down and meet medical students who wanted fresh bodies to practice surgery on, and they would meet down alleyways such as these in order to do business and exchange wares. So we're going to knock it off here, and we'll see you in the next alleyway. Okay, so we're standing outside the house of John Knox. So Andy's going to give you a little history on this man.
John Knox was, I think he was a minister around the time when Mary Queen of Scots came back from France and took up the crown again of Scotland. He became the leader of Scotland. Obviously, half sister, Queen Elizabeth I, wasn't too keen on her. She wasn't she was scared of her, to be honest with you, because she knew she had a lot of power and she was intelligent and everything like that. And yeah, John Knox was a Protestant who basically, because she wanted to come back and bring everybody back to Catholicism.
Clown's going to walk straight past you now.
She backed out.
Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of EMF from here and see if we can pick up any activity at all.
But he actually got an army together to fight against her, and even her, Mary Queen of Scots, his brother fought with him at one point, because obviously before she came back he was the leader, and when she came back he sort of took second place, and he was sort of pushed down, and he obviously felt pushed out of it, and he sided with John Knox.
I'm going to run EMF meter for a little bit and see if we get John Knox to come through.
I'm here to challenge your authority.
Just let us know if you're here.
Of Mary Queen of Scots. She sent me to have you taken away and put to prison. What do you think of that? What are you going to do about it? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about her coming back? And how you were treated and the rest of the Protestants in Scotland were treated? How do you feel about that? If you make your presence known, if you're here with us, and make these lights light up.
Have you had anything on that yet?
Oh, you were a very, very strict Protestant man.
Okay, if it's flat, we'll just move on to the next locations.
Yeah.
There's so many things to get around tonight in Edinburgh.
Yeah, of course we are.
Okay, so we're up the passageway which leads to John Knox's house, and Andy's still rolling the EMF meter. Getting a little flicker in there. This is an old Snickleway. These are called Snickelways, guys, these tunnels up and down Edinburgh.
That's interesting, because if it was electric it'd be on.
Yeah, no, it's stone walls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you're getting some of there. Is John Knox present? Is it you? Can you flicker the meter if it's you?
The thing is, you get a lot of kids coming out, little kids, because kids were working, weren't they?
Yeah, they were,
You've
tune
got to
suits and
remember,
everything.
a lot of this was covered up, a lot
Yeah,
of
it
this
was.
would have been underground,
Yeah, it would have been.
you know.
And we're going underground later anyway, so let's see what we get down there.
So that takes out the fact that it's not electric.
Well, this is the area where John Knox lived, is related to.
I think it's possible with these alleyways, you get a lot of residual people just going
coming
about,
through, yeah.
and not anything that would interact with you,
Yeah.
just passing through, because that's not it. Oh, see?
You're flipping off.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's got to go to a red light. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like the other night, you know, when we was doing the alien thing on Winter Hill when it flickered to red. That is when we've got proper activity coming.
I
I
mean,
think.
this is not something that would interact with you.
Alright, cut it. You getting anything there? You getting? Oh, so you're getting a little bit, are you?
A little bit. Whatever's here is very, very.
Well, you're coming closer to the road.
Oh.
So you're actually coming closer to the road. That's probably why. This is where all the activity would have been up here, wouldn't it, on the road? Yeah, it's picking up pace here, but you're getting closer to the road level, and it's where it was really busy, busiest area.
I wasn't getting to before.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I think what it is, because you're coming up closer to the road now, that's why you're picking up more energy. So what we're doing right now, guys, because it's still early in Edinburgh and there's people obviously out dining and stuff, we're just going to use the EMF meter everywhere we go, and then later on when we go underground, we're going to do the proper, get the proper paranormal equipment out.
Electricity.
Yeah, you're getting something there now. Right, let's move on then.
We'll see what we get up here, but it was flickering quite a bit on.
It's called Devil's Advocate Close, this.
So maybe it was a bit of a wild one.
Devil's Advocate. So this is where the guy who did the portraits for Queen Mary at the castle, which is just further up, and he painted all the royal portraits for this particular castle. He lived in this street. But there's so many, like there's old buildings, but to me, them buildings over there that have been converted into flats are a lot older.
Yeah,
but let's go up here because this looks really old, this bit. You can tell by how old the stone is.
Well, people have to remember, a lot of these buildings, what you see now, they were lower. So, because they got all the buildings and they built up to a certain height, and they couldn't really go any higher.
No, they couldn't.
Instead of going higher, like most people do nowadays, they went down.
But you can see that's old over there. It's still bricked up.
Yeah.
Right, guys, we're going to walk up here and we're going to run the EMF meter and see if we get anything on these really old stairs. The brickwork is really old. There's some old doorways. So run the EMF handy and see if we get any activity up here. See, there's old gargoyles chiselled in and everything. Look, that was a vase. That's going back, like, some time. That's what I thought. The flats around here are, like, really, really old.
But you've got to remember that what they did was they had the buildings so high, so high, they couldn't go any higher. So what they said was, instead of going higher, we'll go down.
Down, yeah.
So that's why you've shown me. But there's so many. I mean, probably we don't know how many undiscovered vaults and tunnels and everything that are on here. And people are like doing extensions and buildings and bars and clubs and shops and stuff like that. And when they're doing renovation, they're accidentally going through a wall. I mean, the classic case is Nidra Street.
We should go down there.
It was some students.
Yeah.
They accidentally went through a wall, and suddenly it was like, oh my God, what's behind here?
Yeah.
And they went through, and it was tunnels.
Yeah, that's how all of it got found, isn't it?
There are pictures of it out there when they found it, and that's they ended up digging it through.
Yeah.
And finding all them different tunnels, and that's what basically a lot of people have found these vaults and tunnels by accident.
That's how they got found, isn't it?
Accident, yeah. So I think we should maybe head down to
Nidra Street. Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've brought you to Nidra Street. Andy's going to give you a little history of this area.
Yeah, Nidra Street vaults. This is where. Oh God, mind. Anyway, this sounds weird, but to get into the vaults that are underground, you have to go up, and it takes you under the South Bridge vaults. And it's weird because you have to go up, but you're actually underground. And it seems strange, but part of it, when they finish opening this bit, you actually knock through and find this, what's called, I presume it's still called the Banshee Labyrinth.
Yeah, it is. Scotland's most haunted pub still.
Well, it's not just a pub, it's
one of them anyway,
isn't
it?
It's a pub. They have their own 66 cinema in there that plays non-stop classic horror films in a little cinema. Downstairs there's like a venue for like bands playing and stuff like that. If you love your gothic stuff, your haunted stuff, paranormal stuff, just gotta go in there.
Yeah.
It is just, but whatever you do, don't come on Club Spank 9. Because
you should know all about that then.
No, this place is like, it's like a labyrinth. You can get lost, like I did.
And ended up, where did you end up?
I ended up in the Club Spank Fetish Night.
And you also, where else did you end up one of the night?
Oh, that pole dance.
The pole pit?
The pole pit.
You ended up in the pole pit.
Yeah, no. It was one of the first few times I'd ever been in there. And
you getting lost underground is...
No, it is a place where you can get lost. I mean, it's classic look from outside.
This is it, guys. Banshee Labyrinth, Scotland's most haunted pub.
If you like Gothic.
It's built above the tunnels underneath, you know, the Gothic vaults and archways that we're going to go down to later on tonight when it gets darker.
But it was some sort of advocate or something like that. It was his house. And
yeah, it was
there is
actually.
Still in there, like in one of the bars downstairs, is like a gibbet cage in there.
It's just your kind of thing getting out in this pub.
I remember I've taken a picture of you in there.
Yeah, that's what you do with me on a Saturday.
Anyway,
Stick me in the gibbet cage and put the gold bridle around my neck to shut me up from talking.
But anyway, they wouldn't give me the keys to lock it, but that's another story. But it's a classic place. But yeah, I mean, it's another one of them. They were student flats.
Yeah, they were all the way up. They were student
gaffs.
gaffs.
About and they put a hole through the wall, and it was like, what the hell's this?
Yeah.
And they climbed through, and it was like, it's maze. But yeah, this was.
This is it, guys.
Yeah.
So now we're down in Stevenson's Close, another area of the tunnel area of Edinburgh. Andy's running the EMF meter to see if we can pick anything up. We'll just take a walk down. This is one of the longer, older kind of passageways. Now, this used to be like the slum area of Edinburgh, and this is literally the width of the street. You'd have houses on this side and houses on that side, and people could literally shake hands across.
I'll tell you one thing.
Okay, there you go.
I'll tell you one thing. I mean, if people have ever heard of a saying called Gare de Lune.
Oh yeah.
And basically what it was in them days, there was no indoor toilets like we have today. So basically, at a certain time, certain designated periods of time, everybody just basically lobbed their buckets out of the window.
Yeah, they're
but basically
bedroom chamber pots.
They had to shout Gare de Lune. So if anybody was coming out, they got out of the way.
Yeah.
They said, but 9 times out of 10, people didn't bother. So if you were walking down here at a certain time of the day, obviously if you're from a different area, then you were getting covered in.
Yeah.
And that's where the saying, supposedly I've been told, the saying shit face come from.
Yeah, I can well believe
most
that.
of the people who got caught were people coming home, staggering home from the pub.
Yeah, so I'll run that EMF meter while we walk down here. So this is one of the slum areas.
No.
Really? Already? Well, that's good then. But it was a slum area. It would have been very, very busy with people, children. They would have had like 18 children and things like that.
I know people go, oh, it's stopped now. But that for me says it's not an electrical current. If there's an electrical current,
Yeah.
it would continuously
Yeah, it would.
No.
Yeah, it would.
So there's no electrical current. I think this is, like I said before, you've got to remember, massive city, obviously it was vastly overpopulated because they built up so high and built down.
I think if it was 4 higher, it was 4 below, wasn't it? If it was 3 high, it was 3 below ground, and that's how it basically was here in Edinburgh. So we're going to carry on down to the bottom, because they were along these tunnels, and they go right the way down to an area called Cowgate, where literally the farmers used to shepherd the cows through and usher them off for sale.
Yeah.
These are the tunnels that Buck and Hare used to sell the bodies in, so I'm bringing this pair up again because every single tunnel they worked in, it wasn't just Burke and Hare. Burke and Hare were the ones who got caught, but there were many, many other resurrectionists, if you want to call them that, body snatchers, that also worked these tunnels. And what they did, they would make deals with the medical students who wanted corpses to practice surgery on. And let's face it, if it weren't for them guys, we wouldn't have the kind of surgery we've got today. So we have a lot to thank them
Got to
for.
remember that there's certain streets that people always go, oh yeah, and it's documented that they did it on whatever, Flesh Market Street, I think, is one of the names. But you've got to remember, like you said, they weren't the only ones. These streets, people coming home drunk at night, God, they were like waiting to be, murdered, weren't they?
Yeah.
And basically the reason they started killing people is because the surgeons had said.
Well, it would have sounded like that down here on a Saturday night anyway, wouldn't it? Back in the day, the old gin bottles getting refilled and all that.
God,
we're just getting some good sound effects here right now.
I emptied my car out when I was drinking.
Back in our drinking days.
It used to sound like that.
The boot of my car was my bottle skip too back in them days.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, like they weren't the only ones. They were main names that were caught. But the reason they did it because they were saying that the one bodies they dug up weren't fresh enough.
Yeah.
So basically they thought, they cottoned onto an idea was they bump off like your what do they call them?
That's why they turned from body snatching to murdering.
Your unfortunates, your people who are begging on the streets. Nobody's going to miss them, are they?
No.
If they disappeared, nobody's going to miss them. So that's who they started bumping off.
There was no record of anybody or who's who or anything them days. Right. So basically, what happened here in Edinburgh, the medical school has been here for about 300 years. The students needed corpses to practice on, so the graveyards, if there were fresh burials, and then they would hang around there at night time, and they would ask Buck and Hare or whoever was working the streets that night in the graveyards, find me 3 fresh corpses, we have some stuff to do, we've got some to practice the heart, we've got to practice the lungs and all this other stuff. And that's where it started here, and it also happened down in London. Highgate Cemetery was also a big area for the body snatching. And more on that later when we actually go into Greyfriars Churchyard after dark. Take us down Jackson's Close and run your EMF meter and let's see if anybody from the spirit world wants to join us. Now, bearing in mind these streets are occupied by prostitutes, there was all kind of smuggling and underhand stuff going on.
I can only ask people anybody here because I don't know the name.
No, we don't. Not every close.
It's very hard to pick up any.
A lot of these closes were just frequented by common people, and we don't know all of the names, obviously. So we're just going to ask out randomly if anyone would care to step forward and join us and flash this EMF meter. It's going, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So these were the streets. These were the actual.
Yeah.
These were the actual streets that they lived in. Houses on either side. This is how narrow the streets were, crossing over from one house to another. But they weren't exactly houses. They were slums.
So I think it's people coming back.
Yeah, maybe. But there's activity on that anyway already, so I think all these passageways, because at night time, this is where things would have been bought and sold that were illegal, whether it was whiskey or whether it was like, back in those days there was some form of drug, not cannabis, but there were other forms of drug available. Opium, I think, was the thing, wasn't it? And
I mean, you think about it,
opium dens, yeah, there was everywhere in London. Probably here too.
Sherlock Holmes was using cocaine.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? In his stories.
Yeah.
Obviously there was some.
Yeah, because Coleridge the poet was addicted, and that's why his poetry was so colourful. And also Thomas de Quincey, who wrote Confessions of an Opium Eater, he wrote that book in the Lake District because he was trying to give up drugs.
This was probably quite a good alleyway.
Yeah, I think so. So these are really spooky at night time, aren't they, when there's like, it's quite busy right now. So obviously, Saturday night in Edinburgh, and so the blogger who always says to us, who are all those people and what's all that noise? It's called life. You should try it, get a bit of it.
I'm really, really sorry. I did try to, I know it's my fault and I should have planned this beforehand. I did try to get the whole of the old town of Edinburgh completely cordoned off for tonight, but sadly I haven't got the power to be able to do that, and I apologise to any of our viewers who think it's irresponsible of me to try and film why there's hundreds of thousands of tourists around. I really apologise. I did do my best. I went down every channel I could to get the whole of the old town shut down for this evening from 7 till whatever time, but they said no, they just wanted too much money, and I haven't got that.
Have you got that off your chest now?
Yeah, I mean I tried.
And look at that EMF meter, is going like insane now that you're standing ranted at the camera about the general public and viewers that mourn.
Yeah, but viewers that mourn?
Well, we get the occasional blog and the occasional comment saying, what is all that noise in the background and why do you guys bother? Well, we'll sit in the armchairs and just become obese and do sweet FA on our life, innit? That's the alternative. Anyway, getting back to the paranormal. So we're still on this This is one of the wines. They're called wines too. They're called closes, they're called snickleways, and they're called wines. It all depends. They're all very different names. But all of the body snatchers would have gone up and down here, pushing the barrow with a dead body in. You know, meeting surgeons and saying here, and they would exchange money, and the surgeons would take the body back to medical college, and then they'd start cutting it open and having a look and seeing. And that's how we learned about the heart and the lungs and the stomach and everything. All the surgery we have today, it's down to those guys back in the 1700s, 1800s. If it wasn't for them, how far would we have gone today with medical science? Rattle the Mackenzie vault door. Anything? Alright, we're going to come back after dark and try it again. Give people a quick glance now by daylight, and then when it gets dark we're coming back to do the paranormal on this Greyfriars churchyard. That music in the background, guys, is concerts going on at Edinburgh Castle right now. We're going to come back down here later on and do a little paranormal, so we just wanted to give you a quick daytime graveyard tour of Greyfriars Churchyard, Edinburgh. One of the oldest and most haunted in Edinburgh. Alright, so we're down underground in Blair Street. We're already getting a lot of stuff on the ELR.
It's not doing it there.
Yeah, I think when we get underneath where it's really stone, and then we're going to get some stuff.
Yeah, it's doing it now.
They're doing it, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really active down here.
It was last time.
Yeah, it's going to be really active down here. Just show the old map, innit? It's the old map of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just see if you get anything there. So we're going down underground into the depths of Edinburgh right now. Oh, we heard a sigh coming from here, didn't we? Getting in the anything on that yet? Just picking up a little bit, innit?
Quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Alright, so we're in the
I think it's more
South Bridge ones, aren't we? Blair Street. Yeah.
Because if I remember last time, there was nothing up here. But it's not electric.
No.
I put it right near that.
Yeah.
I put it near that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but it's not there. No. But we just heard a really loud sigh, didn't we, back here? We were all back
When you're
here.
ready, come and join me down here. Do watch your heads a bit, man. I think this is actually managed to leave. We are indeed all alone.
Picking anything up?
There's nothing here.
So we did get a sigh down the bottom end.
Yeah.
A deep sigh. I heard that it was like a proper deep sigh.
It's further down that bit.
Yeah, so there is something. You think so?
It's kids.
You think so?
I'm only getting it.
Yeah.
This high.
Okay.
It's nothing's coming.
Alright, let's carry on. Alright, so we've got the ghosts of kids down here. Andy's just put the cat ball down. And if the kids come and play with these creepy dolls, then we should get some flashing activity. I think people leave these dolls as gifts, don't they, some of them?
Yeah.
Look at the old pram there, that's the scary bit. Alright, so 58 children died down here. So Andy's left a cat ball on the floor. Just to see if we can get any activity at all. Are there any children here who would like to come and play with the ball? Oh, it's alright, we're coming now. He knows we're filming.
Thank you.
Alright, let's have a quick look around these tunnels. Alright. Andy. Okay, so we're down in Nidri Street, Blair Street, just in the pitch dark, filming as much as we can at the minute. Okay guys, so it's dusk and we've come back to Greyfriars Churchyard. I'm just going to show you one of these graves with the bars around it. This was protect against body snatchers. These were the graves that were actually robbed back in the time. So Andy's got the equipment ready and we're going to head towards the Covenanters jail, is it? And now this particular area, as there has been a lot of paranormal activity, the Scottish Council had to lock it off because so many people were being hit by flying pieces of masonry, rock and stuff like that.
5 minutes up the Mackenzie too.
Alright, we'll go there first. Yeah. All along this stretch these old vaults are all haunted. One of the reasons being because they fell to bits, the tombs, and the bodies have been taken, the skulls have been robbed, the bodies have been taken and bones have been scattered, and it's given a lot of unrest to the people buried in. So this is the Mackenzie family vault. So Andy's going to do a little paranormal ritual here that's meant to bring ghosts forward. That's an owl in the background, guys. Yeah, so very paranormal activity.
The spirits of this graveyard who wants to talk to us. Tell us where you want us to go. George Mackenzie, are you there?
Come and speak to us.
God, if somebody had looked at that there.
Yeah, but it'd be good if you get through Spirit Talker, one of the names attached to the family.
Is there anybody here who wants to talk to me?
My name is Francis.
Francis? What's your last name, Francis?
What's your last name, Francis? Francis Mackenzie.
Who are you?
Why are you here?
Just check about because you never know if you're going to pick up vibes and things.
Francis, why are you still here?
Okay, so we just picked up on someone called Francis. It's just come through Spirit Talker and said I'm Francis. So let's just see if we can locate where that person was actually buried and why that person is here. They might want to come to the Mackenzie vault. We better move up a little bit.
We'll go over to it.
Yeah, okay. What did it say? Demise?
Demise.
So that means like the end of, doesn't it? Yeah, so we've got Francis and we've got Demise. So that's somebody who's kind of died, really. We're moving along because there's Scotsman shouting over there, but he's actually one of the graveyard guides and we don't want to interfere with what he's doing.
This is one of the stories.
Yeah, it is.
Everything. This.
Am I on video?
Really? What did he say? Am I on video?
Am I on video?
Seriously? Yeah, it did. Am I on video?
You are?
Really?
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, we're filming, so if there's anything you want to tell us right now.
Yeah.
No.
Intelligent.
Yes. Well, come and talk to us. We like to talk to intelligent spirits. Get some information.
What I was saying was, what happened, I'm not too sure about what the Covenanters were, and I apologise for anybody come and tell me that. But what they did, people who signed the covenant ended up in here. This was a jail, basically, an open-air jail. And basically these people were just left. I mean, you're talking very similar conditions to people in the concentration camps during the Second War. They were just left to starve to death. And you used to be able to, they used to do overnight stays in here, they used to let people go in and do things in there.
Argue. You'll say argue.
They used to let people do it in here, but it got to the point people were being so badly scratched and attacked that the council said, no, you can let people go in for 10-15 minutes and that's it, no overnights no more. There are pictures in a little shop by the gates of things, but the attacks on people was horrendous, and the pictures of what happened to these people, and it was literally just like genocide.
It was.
Thank you. So
Yeah, so we're getting some interesting and intelligent responses on Spirit Talker right now.
Xbox. Scanning. FM.
Is there any of the Covenanters who want to talk to us here? You give us your name, I can hear your voice, or anything you want to say to us.
Protected.
Protected? Are we protected? Is that what you're saying? Me and Andy protected? You're not going to throw any stones at us?
Can you tell me what this jail was? Can you tell us what this place was? Don't be afraid, not here to harm you or disrespect you. Andy will.
You have seen me. It said, people have seen me. People have seen me.
Oh, I just got killed.
People have seen me. Okay, so you present yourself as a ghost to people.
Can you say that name again? Have people seen you here?
What's your name, please? I'm Alison, and this is Andrew.
I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever.
Do you know, I just have a feeling of old faces at that gate holding on, you know, like paupers. Just all peering through. I can feel that, strong as anything.
I can feel it.
Strong as anything. Very, very thick Scottish Gaelic dialect, hard to understand. You are peaceful. Yeah, we are peaceful, and we've come to talk to you because we're trying to understand what it was like for you and what you went through. We come as friends. We don't come to harass and provoke spirits.
Who brought you here?
Tell us your story while you have the chance.
Victims.
They were victims. They were just practicing their own faith. I can just picture them all holding onto the gate, peering through, frail and just innocent.
Emaciated.
Yeah.
Starvation. That's what basically we did.
We're really, really sorry for what happened to you. We just wish there was some way we could help you get out of this situation. But you do know this is all in the past now and you can move on to a better place. We'll just look about the graveyard because it's dusk now and now's a good time to pick herbs up.
So, can you tell me what happened here? If it's not too painful. You can smell it.
Really, I heard that.
Can you touch my hand? Can you touch my hand? Oh shit!
No, seriously.
No.
Seriously.
No. Something struck.
Really?
Something struck my hand then.
But that's good. It's all those people standing. Don't jump away because...
Sorry, I apologise for that. I didn't quite expect that. Could you do it again? Could you just shake my hand? I'm so sorry for what happened to you. You just shake my hand. I'm sorry if I made you jump. I didn't really mean to that. It was just... I didn't expect you hot. Can you do that again? My hand's tingling.
Really? So there's like an energy then.
My fingers are tingling.
So all these vaults now we're not able to get in anymore.
And my fingers are really tingling.
Yeah.
Very gently, but I can feel pressure on my hand.
Really?
But the fingers are like tingling.
So that's energy then. So they probably don't want to frighten you though and make you jump. It's okay. Come closer and touch Andy.
Come closer. Just shake my hand. I'd rather not, to be honest.
Is that what you heard? Yeah, you know why? Because they made you jump and the chaps don't want to scare you like that.
I'm so sorry.
These are innocent peasant people, do you know what I mean?
I know, but it
yeah, I know, I get it, yeah.
You don't expect anything.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, so let's have a little look through these bars and see what we can see. There's like different chambers, different vaults going on. But we're not allowed in here now because it's been too dangerous. But are there any spirit people who would like to walk along this path towards the camera? Show yourself. You asked before, are we filming you? And yes, we are. So now's your chance to speak on the camera.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to jump, and I don't mean it with any disrespect on it. I apologise if I did. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Make sure you'll never be forgotten. That's for sure. You'll never be forgotten.
Ashley. Maybe that's a surname. I know it's quite a modern today's name in it, but it might be a surname, Ashley. I'm thinking those days it would have been perhaps a surname.
I wonder if I did anything here.
Yeah, it's quiet enough at the minute. I heard something, but I didn't know if it was an owl or not.
Okay. A little device here, and I can hear your voice. If you talk through the red light when I press it, I can hear your voice. Come close to the gates, and you can say whatever you want to. Your name, your anger, or anything like that. Just say what you want. I can understand you feeling angry. How long were you here for? What do you feel about the people who put you here? Have you got any messages for anybody? Say anything you like. Okay.
you
What's
feeling angry?
Yeah, that was them doing them things up at the castle.
No, there was two size. Deep size.
But angry.
There.
I can understand you feeling angry.
You want another side?
It is, isn't it? It's very, very light.
Yeah. It's like what we heard down in the vaults a while.
Again.
How long were you here for?
Someone had the
How long
building.
were you here for? What do you feel about the people who put you here?
Keep going through this.
Have you got any messages for anybody? Say anything you like.
Right, so we've got a top class vampire's tomb to show you here. Look at that. That is the thing that vampire films are made out of. You expect a hand to come out of there. And I know I say that at every spooky grave, but this particular one is a really good vampire type grave. But look at the railings to protect it, to stop the body snatchers getting in.
Crazy, innit?
1980s. But didn't that guide say there were some recent deaths in these tombs? People that have slept in here overnight.
Well, people have gone through the floors. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're getting hypothermia there on your screen.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, but homeless people slept in these tombs.
Yeah, and that's what's happened with people who've gone through the floors because obviously.
Yeah. Say Ashley again.
Ashley is warning you.
Warning us about what?
Ashley is warning you.
Yeah, but think about it.
What's Ashley warning us about?
Ashley might be a surname spelled L-E-I-G-H.
What's Ashley warning us about?
Phenomena.
Ashley's warning.
We got Ashley up there, didn't we?
How's that gonna happen? Carol. Why's that gonna happen?
Shadows in the silence.
Chaos.
I think they're going in the covenanters, aren't they? Just
Chaos.
check that we're not going to cross.
Chaos in the silence.
Have they gone in covenanters then? Right, so we could stay in here a bit longer. What it is, guys, the spooky Scottish tourist board are doing their tour guides that tours around right now, and we've got to move on if they come in with their group.
Chaos in the silence.
Chaos in what?
Chaos in the silence.
Whose is this tomb? Can you give us your name,
I'm
please?
just gonna have a look in that next tomb.
Seems to be missing a name, this tomb. Who's buried in here? Okay, so one of the things that has happened in these tombs lately, homeless people have been sleeping out in here, and also like people taking drugs and all that have been sleeping out in here, and they've been getting found dead in the mornings. One of the Scottish guides has told us there's been at least half a dozen people found dead since 2008 in these vaults. Recent people, so those people could also try and haunt it, you know, as ghosts. So we have to be aware if any modern names come through.
What do you mean by chaos in the silence? I don't. Whose tomb was this?
Let's see if there are any names here. So old you can't really see the names. To me, this is a true vampire's vault. Yes.
Whose tomb was this?
Someone touch you? Yeah, you'll get that. It's really paranormally active, this place.
Yeah.
Should we move along to some other vaults? Getting as many as we can whilst we can. I love these, mate. Look at them. They're great, them.
Yeah.
We need to go down to the bottom end, them really big gravestones, you know what I call them, pirates' vaults. Oh, look at this. There's bits of chipped masonry here and everything. Parts of old graves. But I think what happened is a lot of people have been playing around in here, aren't they, and moving stuff around.
Yeah.
And that's what's made a lot of unrest happen. With a lot of, especially that Mackenzie vault.
Yeah.
Because they've just desecrated the graves, haven't they? Kids, you know, people drunk and messing about for a laugh, for a dare. So let's keep going in each tomb, and if we get any activity, then we'll stop and do a little paranormal, isn't it? These are really ancient, these tombs, look at them. These vaults. But all the, a lot of the coffins are gone, really. I love these, mate. There's skulls and crossbones in every single one. Look at that. It's amazing. I love them. They're just so creepy. They're everywhere. Skulls and crossbones. Apparently it's a symbol of the dead. It was a common thing for people to have those on ground.
Connection. A connection to what? Connection to what? What's the connection?
It's another one that's all barred up. Look at that. Wow, Andy, look at this one. That's really creepy. What would you do if that sat up now? Can you imagine if that just rolled over and sat up now? What are you doing? I don't know what I'd do, really. I don't even want to think about that, to be fair. Some are empty. This has got a bit of a grave on the wall. We'll check this one out, see what's going on here. So that's got like Rose, K-E-M-B, and then it disappears. It's very old. Can't get up to date on it. What? Nowhere what? What? No, what do you mean?
I just said, I've got a banging headache over one eye.
You have?
And look what's just come up.
Headache? Really? So someone's affecting you then?
I've got a headache up.
Someone's affecting...
That over there.
Yeah. Do you want to go and sit down for a bit? Go and sit on the bench over there for a bit. We'll have a little break in it. If it's affecting you, you need to sit down for a bit. I'll just fill around these vaults. I'll come and join you in a minute. Go and sit on the bench. So this can happen sometimes, guys, when we're out and about filming. We can get affected. You know, I think especially... Andy gets affected quite a lot, to be fair. They don't really seem to do anything to me. It's like, I don't know why, but Andy gets affected a lot, and he'll get tears suddenly streaming down his face, and he'll get these like crucifying headaches and flashes of white light and stuff, which, alright, I said maybe it's a migraine, but really it can be that he's been affected by a spirit. So I always make him sit down and have a breather and take a few minutes out, because he commits himself 100% or wholeheartedly into what he does, and I think that's why he gets this kind of energy taking him over. So yeah, I'll go and check if he's alright anyway. I told him to sit down over there, see where he is. Really creepy, the whole graveyard. No matter where you go, really, it's creepy. But all these iron bars here are to protect the graves from body snatchers. When we were talking about Buck and Hare earlier, when we took you around the tunnels, This is a graveyard where they used to dig up the bodies from. You alright, Andy? You feel okay, yeah? Alright, just have a rest for a bit, innit? Just have a rest for a bit. Just wanted to make sure you was okay. Alright, so I'll just cross this grave and I'm going to just talk about Birkenhair for a little bit while Andy's resting. He needs to rest for a bit. His energy's been a bit drained, to be honest. Some of these are really ancient. Right, so going back to Birkenhair, what they used to do, they used to come into this graveyard and they used to wait until there'd been like fresh burials, and then they would come along in the middle of the night with the shovels and they'd dig up the body, put it into a barrow and wheel it off down to the where we were earlier, the tunnels. They would meet the medical students in there and sell the bodies for medical science, for research. And they eventually, because they weren't making that much money, the surgeons wanted fresher corpses. Birkenhair owned a little dodgy little tavern, which wasn't very popular and wasn't making much money. So what they did was they used to meet women and they used to ply them with whiskey until they couldn't drink anymore, and lure them into their flats and their homes, and then they would murder these women and deliver them into the hands of the surgeons, the medical surgeon students. After 17 women were murdered, Birkenhair were accused, and they then started fighting between themselves. One did a runner and the other handed himself in and was hung for it. So, but there is a movie out, Birkenhair, if you want to see the real story about all of that. It's a good movie. Some of it was actually filmed there too. Alright guys, so we're just going to give you one final tour around of this creepy, spooky, ancient Edinburgh church. One of the most haunted in the world, along with Highgate and Père Lachaise in Paris. For me, they're the three most haunted graveyards this part of the world anyway. There are some really big creepy graves. Oh, there's another one over here that's been like barred off because they are afraid that they're going to get the body snatchers to remove the bodies. I'll show you the huge, what I call pirates' graves, but I don't think they are pirates' graves, because really pirates are just randomly buried here and there around the world, or buried at sea. A lot of them were executed anyway, so they wouldn't have got them kind of burials. Andy's behind us now, so he's okay. I've just checked him and he did get the word headache flash up on his paranormal meter, so it's kind of like strange. I think we're just going to have a walk down these old graves, and Andy's going to, are you going to run your EMF meter?
Yeah.
Just down these and see if we get anything. Alright, these are all flats, these. Can you imagine living here and looking over this creepy graveyard all the time? As much as we love this stuff, I don't think I'd want to be every day seeing it really. Alright, coming out in a creepy paranormal, innit? But would you want to open your kitchen curtain and see that every day? These great graves. Let's have a walk down then here. I think it's a constant reminder of your mortality, isn't it, really? It's like something we don't want to think about, but at the same time it's something that's inevitable. Look at the size of these. Them are flats, them up there, so somebody opens their window and looks straight onto that great monument. But they know the deal here. If they get these flats, they know that there's ghost tours and everything going around, and paranormalists like us here all the time. And literally, that's next to someone's bedroom window. A lot of them are students though, and they don't really care. You know, they just want cheap digs. Alright, Andy's running paranormal, so we'll just see if we get... There's some creepy faces and that on these, isn't there? Look at that.
Yeah.
Looks like Merlin's ghost, doesn't it? You know, from Scrooge, the movie. Scrooge. That's what it looks like. Look how elaborately carved they were. And once again, the whole story is on there.
Who's here? What's your name?
A lot of it's in Gaelic too.
Can you tell us the name?
Are there any grave robbers in this churchyard? Any spirits of any grave robbers? Any resurrectionists here tonight would like to speak with us? Oh, yeah, you've got a flash in there. But it's interesting because this is a really collapsed, broken grave, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's as if the great robber would
Yeah.
overdo it. Alright, who's here,
Who's here?
please?
Who's following us around? Can you give us your name?
Imagine. Are you getting imagine?
Imagine. Sergeant.
Oh, that's going mad now.
Who's here?
It's stopped all of a sudden. I'm going to carry on a little bit further down because these big graves
Only
go on.
that, innit?
Yeah. We were just talking about grave robbers. There's a shattered grave there and... Oh, it's going again.
No, you would expect.
It's every time we said grave robbers. But Beck and I weren't the only two. They were the ones who got caught. There were dozens of others who
Give
got
us
away
your
with
name.
it.
You can't be.
Did you rob graves and get away with it? Who are you, please? Say your name through this radio. You can't do anything now. Might as well own up. Definitely got a presence.
Who are you?
But they're not coming forth with a name.
Burke.
Bert. Might be short for Albert,
Is
might
it
it?
Burke? Oh, Burke.
Burke. Like Birkenhead.
Who
Is
are
it
you?
Burke? Is it William
Is
Burke?
it William Burke? Say your name again. Say your name again. Burke.
Burke's William Burke.
Say your name again. Louder. Say your name again louder. Say your name again louder.
Is the man's voice coming through?
How did you die? How did you die?
Yeah, it's going mad, that, isn't it? Have we got William Burke and William Hare here? What are the names of the other guys that were helping you? What did that say? What was the sentence? Yeah, I think we've got grave robbers.
3 grave robbers.
Yeah,
Say
look
your
at that
name.
maxing out now.
Say your name.
That's proper
Who
maxing
are you?
out. Can you do something physical to let us know that you're here? Touch one of us or throw something. Just to show us your presence and then we'll leave you alone. Strange how it's by a broken grave, isn't it? Did you rob these graves? How much did you get for the bodies? Did you well paid for that?
Who paid you for the bodies?
Give us the name of the man who you paid, who organised the whole thing. What was his name? You have to find them.
Find them. Where did the bodies go?
Yeah, I think we've got William Burke or Hare or one of them or both even. I was maxing out. It's still going a little bit. I was going really maxing out when we mentioned the names, weren't it?
Yeah.
So they used to frequent this graveyard and pick up bodies here, and then they used to murder people because they weren't getting the bodies as regular as they wanted. They just got on and on and on, these graves, all the way down. They look like hooded, shrouded figures down there. I think it's just the way the light is. We make our way to the gate. Otherwise we're going to be locked in here all night. Unless you want to get locked in here all night. I don't mind. So there are a couple of late night ghost tours still going around. Can hear them. But oh, look at that mist up there over that church. How creepy is that? We've had hot sun all this time, so where's this mist coming from now? Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
It's like what we saw before.
Yeah, it is. It's a really creepy place. I mean, just the feel of it. We can't let you know how it feels on film, you know, but if you're in here at night, the temperature drops and there's a mist coming and it's like the middle of July and we've had the hottest day, 24 degrees, but in here, there's like an icy chill. It really has got like a paranormal atmosphere about it. And there's been so much creepy stuff and ghost things going on here that this, Highgate and Pearl of Shays for me are the three most haunted cemeteries.
Oh yeah.
I really think that it's the whole feel of it, and after a certain time everything goes
It changes.
like drops and
Yeah.
yeah.
I think because there was a lot of like broken.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we're going to make our way. There's the famous dog, the Greyfriars Bobby grave. It feels creepy now, doesn't it? Chilled. Do you not feel really, really chilled? Alright, we'll get to the gate. And, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. So that's us done now from Edinburgh. Once again, thanks for subscribing and many thanks for watching us, and thank you to all the new people that are joining the channel. We'll continue to do our ghost stuff, our paranormal, our UFOs, our dogman and everything else, and we'll see you very soon back home. Take care and good night.